Hey YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to my channel. This is none other than your favorite butch queen, Neptune Luciano, and I am back with yet another video. So if you are new over here to Fit for a Queen, where beauty meets fitness with a twist and a little bit of mess, welcome. Make sure to like, comment, and definitely subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that I have that's going to be coming your way in the future. And if you are returning, you already know I have a special place in my heart for you. Thank you for supporting the queen. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm so glad to have you back here with me.
Pretty. Brown. Pretty.
Today's episode that I'm reviewing of RuPaul's Drag Race is Season 12's Episode 2. You Don't Know Me is the name of that episode. So we're kicking it off with the girls from last week. The first half girls, they re-enter the workroom, and you know, all of them are still on this high. They're gagging. Nobody got eliminated. The girls basically had to get their ass right back up, but they did leave the new girls a message, you know. We already had ours, or however they worded it. So the first girl to enter the workroom was Miss Rock'em Sakura. Rock'em was very anime, meets a little Sailor Moon. Well, Sailor Moon was anime, but it was very anime inspired. And he was like running around, jumping on shit. Was giving me very third grader with low attention span, and I get his shtick is a little different, but I don't know. I feel like he might get on my nerves just from like what he was doing. He was doing too much for me. Like, girl, come in, you're the first one. You know, like, don't melt your paint off, relax, bitch. You know, like, he actually came in a better entrance look than I expected. My baby came. Miss Dahlia Sin. Dahlia Sin came in this denim sort of shredded jacket off the shoulders, you know, wet little, you know, lace front sort of moment. It was very cute. It was giving me realness on that fishy realness look. Like, that's where it looks like she's gonna go to. But it was something that I didn't like about her beat there. She didn't contour her jawline. Like, and she kind of has a stronger jaw to me. But I was like, girl, you gotta hide that. You gotta hide that. You know, so. But her outfit looked cute and everything. The only thing I didn't really care for with Dahlia was her attitude. She was giving me a little stale, a little boring. So, I wonder what she's gonna give. I wonder if she'll be able to give me a little wit in some of these competitions, because she's gonna need it, you know, when they get to like the acting challenges, or, you know. So I hope she doesn't just rely on being pretty, or, you know, real or fishy or whatever she wants to call it. But she looked good though. Cute entrance look. Miss Sherry Pie. Miss Sherry motherfucking Pie, bitch. Polished as campy queen. And you know, people who know me know that I don't live for camp. It's not my style of drag that I gravitate towards, but I have learned over the years to be, you know, to be able to recognize a good drag queen and not just be biased based on the style of drag, right? But Sherry Pie is like the first like campy girl that I would be like, bitch, I want to see you go all the way. She just gave me everything, and I think once I really sat back and got into what she was giving me that was so different than like where I've seen the other campy girls do in the past, I think she gives me a nice mix of camp and elegance. How she does her makeup, how she cinched her wigs, everything was just like so polished and so like that bitch really gave it to me. Her paint skills are on. Came in dressed like as if she was an award-winning pie with like a big like first place, you know, ribbon on it. I thought it was cute. I was like, bitch, you better work. Now, before we move on, because we all know what's going on with her, Look, to be completely honest, the bitch ain't running for president, ho. And I mean, nowadays, even if she was, this might get her damn elected. Considering who we got now. But, and the type of shit they do, said, have been accused of and everything like that. So, I get it that the show is trying to, I guess, be an example of the type of people that they let to be involved in it. But what I will say is, all of that set aside, it's not as if she is, you know, being accused of being a pedophile or something crazy like that. The guys who got catfished, it's just like, you thought this was a casting director? Bitch, I'm sure you've done auditions before. If you were in musical theater, and because it looks like they were auditioning for musicals or whatnot, you would know that the one thing about musical theater is 98% of the time you are auditioning face to face, bitch. That's the one thing that I love about musical theater, bitch. You are right up in there. Hey, my name is Neptune Luciano, and today my 16 bars, I'll be singing da-da-da-da. You are not at home taking steroids, jerking off, sending it in no video. You're not at home with no camera set up, contorting and showing all of this and doing all. You not doing that. What the fuck were they thinking? And not enough people are kind of holding them responsible. You know, they're not holding them responsible. It comes out now that the show is aired. I get it if they probably mad and now, you know, Drag Race is happening and the buzz around her name, and they probably sitting at home like, this bitch getting life. If they really knew who she was, they wouldn't be living for her. I don't care how talented she is. I get it. But it's like, bitch, don't get mad and try to disrupt something because you got played. The player got played, bitch. Because I go back to the thing like, what if Sherry Pie was a real casting director? And she's one of the ones that pretend. I ain't gonna say the other
Chelsea,
where the guy, casting director, had got accused of doing stuff. So this really does happen. You know what I mean? In some shape or form. But what if she was really a casting director and they got the job? A bitch like me is going into audition thinking, okay, I'm about to go hit, you know, and do my thing, and don't get a call back, and I'm wondering like, damn, I know I tore it up. I know I done tore it up. And it's because this bitch done sent a fetish video and then already got a leg in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, that's why I look at it like that from a performer aspect, bitch, because you within my lane. Yeah, it didn't work out for you, bitch, but it ain't like you came over to his house and on some Ed Buck shit, like he got you, and if you don't know who Ed Buck is, bitch, do your research. It ain't like she had them come over and she pulled some Ed Buck shit and, you know, got them high up out their mind. Like, bitch, they did what they did on their end of the camera and decided to comply with that. And bitch, if you ain't got no common sense to do that, you don't need to be coming to no New York in this environment. No, bitch, no, I don't feel sorry for them. And then you wait, they talked about some of these things happened that was coming out to 2016, 2017. Bitch, it's 2020. Didn't they just shoot this last year? I'm like, where were those boys at when it happened? Why, like, if they wanted to come out with it, I feel like they should have came out with it when it happened. So that way the bitch wouldn't even have the opportunity to get on the show. You know what I mean? I just feel like it tries it. And see me, I'm the type of bitch, if I ever would have done something like that and I would have felt like, okay, that bitch got me. Sherry Pie performs so much in New York, it's not funny. She's always plastered on some sort of, you know, advertisement for having a show somewhere. Bitch, if it was that serious, I would have brought my ass to one of her shows, bitch. Been sitting in the motherfucking crowd, front row. I would have been tipping that bitch. And I would have wore her ass out after the show. It's that simple. But bitch is gonna wait 3 years, 2-3 years, wait till the bitch get on TV, you know, and then like, now all of it's coming up. And as far as for Drag Race, it's kind of like, if it did come up before, y'all don't vet y'all people? Y'all don't do background checks and stuff like that? Like, why is it just now coming out? Well, she did try it, but those guys tried it too. Those guys fucking tried it too. And it's like, bitch, go sit your ass down. No, you want to be a performer, bitch? You need to go to auditions in person, bitch. In motherfucking person. And unless you auditioned for Macho Fucker, Tim Tails, Randy Blue, you should not be getting... Nobody's naked, nobody's weird ass, like, videos, bitch. But that bitch needs to be on this show. Needs to be on this show. Especially, that's RuPaul's favorite type of damn drag, is damn, like, you know. And as much as RuPaul run around with the girls, Sherry Pie seemed like an older girl. I mean, she ain't no like Lady Bunny old, but as much as Ru run around New York, bitch, you ain't know that tea? Bitch, you ain't have a little whiff about that tea?
That's how I feel about that. Bring my pie back. Bring my Sherry back, bitch. She deserves it. She deserves a chance.
Moving on from that, JanSport, I was nervous how I would like her because she gives me like, she just gives me a type of queen that could sometimes like irk me. I can only deal with for so long. But the outfit, I feel like could have been cute if her jacket would have been a cropped version. I was like, why did it look so long? Like, you know, I hope she's not gonna say this the entire season, the whole like, all right, bitch. Oh, JanSport? The bitch gets sued. JanSport is like, you are not making a coin off of us, bitch. Change that name. You have no right to be making coin under that name. And that's why I'm just like, if you don't want to be associated with that, why did you carry in a book bag? Bitch, you should have left that book bag somewhere and just had that jacket draped over your shoulder, feeling very fishy about it, like, you know, playing with that ponytail, honey. Like, but besides that, I will say her face was on. She reminds me of Pheromone, the way Pheromone does that dewy sort of beat, but it looked really good though. I got into it when she sat down. I was like, okay. And she's not a bad looking guy either. Miss Jada. Essence Hall looked good. She came in, you know, giving me a kind of classy sort of hair in an updo wrap. Gown had her shoulders exposed, and they were just so like soft and dainty and moisturized and glistened, you know? Her beat was nice. She gave me just very poised. She's, like I said, gonna be the pageant queen. And I loved it. I loved it. You know, for her first look, it was a cute longer dress, but it wasn't like I'm trying too hard by having a gown on. And the bitch looked like she smelled good. She just looked like she smelled good, you know? And I respect a bitch like that. The next one was Aiden Zane. Aiden Zane, bitch, they gagged when he came in. They was like, oh, she the crazy queen. She the spooky queen, honey. But you know what? Aiden looked good, bitch. And I had put in my Meet the Queens how Aiden was gonna be like that wild card. Aiden looked good. Cute little, this is the only time that I like a kitten wig, when it is that short, very short cut and it fits your face. And you have to know if you're a bitch that it fits your face. And it looked good on him. Nice beat, like the way that he does his beat, that very goth, pinup girl sort of sexy beat. I like that. Like the all black latex and then the pop of color of the blazer. It worked with his style, and I felt like it was authentic, and you know, yeah, I liked it. Then so all the girls, you know, kind of morphed together and are mingled. They're starting to try to get to know one another a little bit, and you know, Aiden felt a little way about, first, I loved how Jan and Jada did that whole little singing, you know, playing around together and lip syncing and all of that. That was cute. I was like, bitch, work, bitch. Like, so Jan is kind of growing on me in a little bit. Rue comes up on the screen. She tells them what their mini challenge is gonna be. And the girls are gonna have to come up with a Fosse-esque number to a new track called You Don't Know Me. And, you know, just like how the girls last week, they were responsible for their choreo, working together, writing their own verses to showcase who they are. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. This is a completely different genre from last week. My poor baby didn't know what Fosse was. He was talking about, who's Fosse? I was like, now damn, babe, I try to get you cultured and ready for the show, like, but you ain't wanna listen. Mini challenge, spring, Miss Rockham, good, anime. He drew the design on the side. Work, bitch, cute. Little pink afro puffs. At first, I didn't think it was tailored enough until he got down to the runway and I seen that it was like a jumper sort of bottom, so it was separate. It wasn't like a dress. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. Work. Dahlia Sin. That was really, really cute for her. It was like a chartreuse sort of classy dress. Fitted, like trimmed in furs. Like the style of it was that older classic style, 50s, 40s, I don't know. But with the color of it, it made it very modern. And she turned it with the red hair. One thing that I thought was interesting, that was kind of random, but she said how she chose her name was from the 7 Deadly Sins, the anime on Netflix. I was like, I love that anime. Sherry Pie had on a cute blue dress. I don't know if I would really consider it spring. It was just like it was a little too deep in that aqua color for me to really consider it spring without any pops of color. Maybe if she would have utilized some accessories, a clutch, or I don't know, something else to kind of give it that little extra pop of color that would have turned it to spring, but it was very well made and fitted and looked really nice on her. Jan. Hated it. Right, moving on. Jada, cute, classy, floral dress. Yes, you would think that a dress like that would be simple, but the way that it fit like a glove. The wig looked really nice. She just looked polished. You know, she was padded in all the wrong she was padded in all the right places, and to be a smaller girl, you know, she just didn't come out with just looking like a pencil. You know, how some of the girls do. But she actually came, gave you shape, gave you hits, you know. It was just so elegant. I love the little peekaboo moments, sheer-like moments within the dress and everything. So it was nice. Aiden came out like a sunflower sort of deal, like a sunflower, or was it like the little watering bucket that he was? But it was cute. It was campy, cute, but he still maintained his dark, you know, sort of spookiness about him. He gave me, with that outfit, if Wednesday from the Addams Family, goes to college and she goes to her first like sorority Halloween, you know, costume party. Like, that's where like I feel like Wednesday would wear something where she's like trying to be like a little normal with the bright colors, but gives you like sexy, like still her, still dark, still spooky. So I liked it. I went to the fall looks. Rockham came out with a dress that kind of was giving me like Mary Poppins tease. It's like a mermaid dress. And when he got to the end of the runway, it was something that was weird. On the bottom half of his gown, like where the ass and the hips were and stuff, it looked lumpy. I don't know if it was how it was catching the light, but it wasn't smooth underneath. It just did not look even to me. I was like, don't nobody see that? Dahlia Sin gave me Banji Poodle. Yeah. But it was cute though. I like the little like wave of hair. Miss Sherry Pie gave me like Zorro. And I forgot the other people that she named. Oh, I think she said she felt like also was it Mission Impossible or not Mission Impossible? James Bond. I was like, girl, where you get James Bond from? Maybe the mama, the lady who played the mama. But yeah, that was a cute look for her. It like that drama that it brought, you know, it worked well. Her little walk is funny. Her little walk is kind of funny too. So, but she knows what looks good on her. I feel like she really is aware, like, okay, bitch, I really have paid attention to myself over the years as far as what works, what looks good, what doesn't, and like, bitch, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm sticking with this. This go round, Jan, you look better, bitch. You look better. That she had like a green crocodile, dramatic sort of like, I guess it was like a dress, and then it had a huge like overcoat that like had a train to it. So that was cute. It was a lot better than the damn spring look, you know. Yeah, I think the boots made it kind of costumey versus like high fashion. I think they were like, you know, the black pleather knee highs, like, but yeah, it was cute. Jada Essence Hall, that bitch came out looking so fucking classy. Like, she had the tailored pants that just made her legs look so long. She had the little like fur arm thing. She had her little beret. I love that like lavender color palette. Was it like, not a lavender, like a, it was all almost like that gray, I don't want to say gray blue, really polished. I like how she had her hair pulled over to one side. I love when drag queens can show like pants could be elegant. Like, bitch, we don't always want to see you in a leotard. I don't. Not every bitch needs to be wearing a leotard. Or like gowns, even gowns get boring. As much as I like pageant stuff, even gowns get boring. You know, so seeing a bitch be able to make pants look sexy, look clean, look cute, look like you doing something, bitch, work. Aiden had a cute contrast. I was like, some grandma in the Midwest is missing her like pot holders or something like that, because that's what his poncho was giving me. Something like that aged floral. But I must say that it worked for him. It worked for him. So I don't know if he's gonna have enough experience to really take him all the way to the end. And I don't say that because of, I don't think he has the talent. I think that if he doesn't have the support of all the other girls, and he might bump heads with a bitch that doesn't see it for him or knows that they could take him off his game, I think that they could push his buttons and he might break under the pressure. So then, right, we had our rehearsal. Of course, it seems like they're doing a little trend, trying to make the episode have a little bit of drama in rehearsal, you know, all of that. So the girls choose kind of like co-captains, Sakura and Miss Sherry Pie, you know, and Jada had already spoke up in the workroom about not making it too difficult. It don't have to be a Broadway thing. Production, it could just be Fosse-esque. Let's make sure that everybody feels comfortable. Let's make sure that we are like doing something that we can learn in the time, be polished, all this and that. You know, Miss Sherry Pie was like, Broadway! Like, bitch, wanting to stick to the script, so to speak. Jada's like, look, bitch, like, wasn't nobody listening to me? I've been said this. Now we wasting time. You know, so they basically kind of left rehearsal, not really accomplishing a lot.
Oh, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yes, you know. Have to unwind while we...
So we're at the production of
You Don't Know Me. And it gave you very much, he had it coming. Boom, boom, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you would have said it.
They gave you very that, Chicago. Aiden's ain't look good. I love the way he delivered his verse. He doesn't sing, but the way that he told the story it was captivating for him, you know, for his style of drag and everything. And I really enjoyed it. I was like, work, bitch. Dahlia, I like the beginning, how she started it off with the or whatever she did. That was cute. But after that, she really wasn't saying shit. I didn't like her outfit either. I felt like her dress, it just looked too boxy. I didn't really care for the dress and the wig combo. I don't know. I just didn't like it. I'm like, girl, you seem like you have a nice body in drag, you know. I don't know. It just did not, it wasn't giving me like, yeah. But I guess that was her fault for not doing the research about Chicago and what it really gives, you know? Or she probably would have known that. Gave like very like Roxy Hart. Like her with some like, if she would have had some big waves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like finger waves, bitch. I'm like, bae. Again, bae needed my help. I like my girl Jada. I like my girl Jada. Her verse was cute. She gave me a cute little twirl. You know, I was like, okay, bitch. You move a little better than you kind of act like. But verse was cute. Musicality was cute. Very expressive. Wasn't afraid to let go. Jan gave me very, bitch, we're at the AEA building doing a union call. We're at Ripley Greer. First week of rehearsals. We're at Chelsea Studios, bitch. Waiting to go in to do a little 1632 bar cut. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like Jan really reminded me of the musical, like of musicals and musical theater. You know, when you get that certain notes that are straight tone, but I want so much more. It's something where she said more. And she's like, but I want so much more. I was like, but I lived. But I lived. It's like, girl, you got the job, honey, okay? You got the motherfucking job, bitch. And I would have gave her the job before I even heard that note. Bitch. Bitch. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you motherfucking something, bitch. Let me tell you motherfucking something, bitch. Miss Jan, baby. Miss Jan, baby. You better do that, bitch. You better motherfucking do that, bitch. And I mean that, bitch. You better do that. Bitch, you always, you know, being musical theater, bitch, you was on the marks. You was on the marks. And you finished that motherfucking verse up talking about, bitch, you'll be gagging, or you'll soon be gagging, or, you know, once you hear me sing. That clean, ooh, that note was so clean. That note was so clean. Baby. Child, I had to watch that. I had to watch it a few times. And you know what? Like, now don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want people to be like, because you know it's going to be some bitch that's like, bitch, she don't sing like that. Or she sing cute. Or yeah, she, you know, you ain't no Jan saying, you know. But what my thing is that I'm kind of like, not gagging, but like I'm proud to see is that first time, or usually when you have these girls that come on here and they talk about, oh, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, every girl is embellishing their resume or what they do or what they're actually good at or whatever, right? And in the past, we've had girls that say, oh, they sing and they have these albums out, they do this, they do that. But then once it even comes to the singing challenges, bitches are struggling to hit notes. Bitches are like, can't remember their words. You know what I mean? It's like, bitch, you wrote it. You know? Like, but they never show off, oh, I'm a singer. You know? But Jan, it had a beginning, it had a middle, and it had a damn end that was like, bitch, it was so good. It was so good. I mean, even though the bitch always seemed on, you know, Jan just like, you fucking brought it, bitch. You brought it. And you know, I roast the bitches that tried it. Well, this last week and this week, I'm being a little lenient. Even the shit that I don't like, I'm just kind of like giving very much like, it wasn't for me, I don't like it, and I'm moving on. But as the weeks progress, oh bitch, the reads get a little more nasty, you know? a little more nasty. Thank you for representing for like true performers. Singers that say that they sing, getting on there and handling business and really showing it off. Her and Widow are my two favorite performers out of their numbers of each group. Rock'em, Sakira, he looked okay. She looked okay. Verse was okay.
You know, women stuff, especially like lingerie like that, is fragile, you know? All that hard kicking he doing and being down fighting and like I was just like, bitch, what? It was just a lot going on. You got the anime eyes, you're giving me kind of like hillbilly bouncing around, and then you're trying to give me like sexy showgirl with the lingerie.
I don't know. I think he's gonna get lost in the crowd for me. Sherry Pot stayed in character. I loved her verse. She was giving me old white woman realness. But she gave it to me. She gave it to me. I was like, bitch, you better work. You better work. And I will say that, I'll go ahead and put this out here now. Overall, if I had to compare this group's performance with last week's, I like this week's better. Oh, shit. Last week, I felt like individuals stuck out. Like, to me, it was obvious which individuals were stronger than the others last week. But for this one, I felt like they all stayed in their lane as far as who they really are. You know, they committed to that. And from that, it worked together, it worked cohesively. And they made each other look good versus just trying to make themselves look good, you know? So theirs, I would say, definitely took the cake for me. Going on to the main stage runway. Rupaul comes on out. Rupaul looks good. Loved her wig. Loved her wig. Michelle Visage. We had Ross Matthews. We had special guest Thandie Newton. And you know her from, what is it? Westworld, Crash, all that good stuff. And we had Robyn, the singer. And category is?
Tulle.
Tulle was the category, bitch. And how did the girls bring it? Aiden Zane came out first. Aiden looked really good. He came out in a very, very lime green Tulle big princess-like dress that was like, you could see through it and see his like silhouette. And he turned it because his hair was a deep violet, but it was so vibrant. Oh, it looked so good. That looked good for him. I wasn't expecting him to bring that sort of look and that sort of elegance. Dahlia gave me like one of the characters from Pose, you know what I mean? Like, very Sheila E, 80s kind, you know, looking good. That was a really cute effect. I liked it. The only thing is that makeup, that beat, that jawline wasn't contoured. Looked a little strong, okay? Jada, very elegant, like a big cupcake. One of those, you know, for Easter, those fluffy like little marshmallow Easter bunnies and stuff. That's what she looked like. Jen, the construction worker, that was an interesting one. At first I was kind of like reading it, and then when I watched the episode again, I was like, you know what? Should think out of the box. That bitch is smart. And it wasn't like frumpy. It was nicely, like a nice silhouette. I was like, okay, Jen. Yes, Jen. Rock'em. I love the drama of all of his Tulle. That was a lot of Tulle. And even though, and just the way he had it built, he must have really kept standing back to really take it all in, because even though so much, when everything was just fluffed where it was supposed to go and stuff, you could see the shape of the silhouette. You know, that was like, oh, that one looked so much fun. Like, to just like roll around it. Miss Sherry Pie came out with a very cute, campy look where she was like a thunderstorm with rain and she was like crying and shaking and she's having, and her hair looks like the cloud and she has a little lightning bolt. And I was like, yo, that was cute. That was cute. And the face was on. I'm like, girl, could leave that D alone, girl. Damn, mama, I wanted to see. I wanted to see the bitch in the top 4. Nobody got eliminated. Same as the girls last week. They did have to do a lip sync battle to Robyn's song, Somebody.
I see you kissing. Is that it? I'm just dancing on my own. I don't know if that's it. No, but you know, Somebody, and then
Jada won, and yes, so now we go on to next week. The girls are gonna meet one another finally, and we'll see what it's given. It's gonna be turn out into that. Is it gonna stay like group 1 versus group 2? Will some girls switch sides and become closer to the other girls? We don't know, right?
'cause you just met somebody new. Until next time, thank you all for tuning into my channel here at Fit for a Queen. Make sure to tune in with me next week to catch up on the 3rd episode. We'll see all the tea, all the drama, what really wound up unfolding, and we could key once again. Make sure down below, tell me what you think about Miss Sherry Pie, honey. What's your take on it? Am I wrong? Should I be having higher, you know, expectations for the girls on Drag Race? Like, let me know. Who are you rooting for? Who is your top 2 bitches? 1 from each group. Who's your top 2? You gotta choose 1 from each group. Only 1 for now. Thank you all again. This has been your favorite Butch Queen, and I'm signing out. Stay fit, stay fab. Bitch, just stay you. Peace.
Can't top that, yeah.